To the Hay Meadow. My name is Hayley and this is my channel where I navigate the trials and tribulations of learning to fit and sew my own wardrobe. It really is trials and tribulations some days. Today is one of those days, but not for the sewing, for the filming. After many months of not doing it, I forgot to turn the microphone on. So I've already filmed this once and it was great. It went through really, really well. I was thinking, oh, fantastic, hardly any editing. I'll get this out this afternoon. Bob's your uncle. Yeah, no, I was really upset with myself. But, you know, that happens, doesn't it? So I packed up everything and put it all away and we went out and did what we had to do this morning. And Chris, I was talking about doing a voiceover and Chris said, no, just get it all out, film it again. So here we are. Let's do it again. So what you've already seen is my little modelling up and down the garden routine, showing you my outfit that I'm wearing today. Now you will recognise that it is the Pattern Emporium Chasing Butterflies sweater. So this is my final version and this is in a fabulous cuddle knit. So I think it's super soft cuddle knit in a caramel colour. I got this from Kristen at the Dahlia Sewciety last year, and after the trial that I made. Now I was tempted to size down after finishing the green looser weave fabric, sweater knit fabric, but one of my subscribers, Jane P, said that she had also had that fabric and it was an absolute nightmare to sew, and it totally was, but this would behave much differently, and she was absolutely spot on. It did. I probably could have made I've made the longest version. I probably could have even made the shortest version, but I made the longer version and I'm loving it. I think it looks really, really good. This was so simple to sew up. I think I had this done from cutting out. I already had the pattern cut out, obviously. From cutting out, sewing up, probably 2 hours last night. That may seem like a long time for some, but I'm still taking things nice and slowly to make sure that, you know, my hems are nice, my finishes are nice. So I was really happy with it. So yeah, so now you may have recognised that I've teamed it with my Lark Genoa bias cut skirt. So this is the trial version that I made. And you might recall that I said that I had actually sized this down 3 full sizes. So this is the second time I've worn it at this size, and I think it's good. I think it's good. I could possibly go in one size again, but we'll see. I may make another one. I've said I may make another one. We'll talk about that a bit later, if I remember. Now you may see that in the modelling shot I've got a animal print scarf on. Of course one of the neighbours is whippersnipping now, so oh well, it's a lovely day. That's what people do on the weekend when it's a nice day. They get out in the garden and get stuff done. So we're just going to ignore that. It'll be fine. That's right. So you may see that I was wearing a leopard print scarf. Now I did say previously that most of my animal, or all of my animal print fabrics are all accessories, and that's, you know, an example of one. So anyway, it's actually a little bit warm today, so I took that off earlier while we were at lunch. I may have spilt something on it, but I didn't spill anything on this. That's the main thing. Okay, so let's get on to this box. Now I have already opened it, however we'll still go through. I may insert pictures of the original box opening, just, you know, where I do the close-ups and that sort of stuff. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing that I noticed when I opened the box was we have 2.5 metres of a viscose crepe. I don't have much experience with crepe, so this is great. I'm really looking forward to this. And our pattern this month that we have a discount on is the Sew to Grow Lanty. Now, I hadn't gone and had a look at this pattern up until now, but because we were going to, it was on here, I thought, oh well, as I'm going to refilm it, I'll go and have a look. And it's a really nice dress. So it's from Sew to Grow, the Lanty dress or blouse. You have two options. You have, you have three options. You have two dress options. So one is a shift style dress and the other is a gathered waist style dress. So you've seen those out in the world at the moment. They're very popular. The bodice and then the gathered skirt, it's not tiered, it is just a single tier, and then the shift style skirt, and then you have a blouse. So the blouse is lovely, it's just the shorter version of the shift really. Has darts, bust darts. You have three sleeve options as well. So there's a short sleeve, a longer sleeve, and then there's the longer sleeve with like a I want to almost say like a trumpet sleeve on the end. It's like, I'd say it's a frill, but it's a bit long to be a frill. It looks lovely. So that's the pattern. So looking forward to that. Now, this month's bespoke box is the Midday Mimosa box. So that's got that whole retro type of vibe to it, and that's definitely what we've got in here. So we'll start off with the postcard as we always do, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that we had a couch like that when I was a kid at one stage, with the wooden arms and back and then the cushions on top. So that was very familiar. And then on the back of the postcard we have a mimosa recipe. I had no idea they were so simple. As I may have said before, I'm not much of a alcohol drinker anyway, so not that I don't, I just don't. Okay, so today we have a label, and oops, that is Love Yourself Revolution, and I have it up the right way, which is always a bonus. So that one's pretty cool. That's definitely another retro vibe to that one. Now, straight into the edibles, because that's what I'm going to be eating while we're editing. So we have another great offering from Charlie's Fine Food Company, which is another Australian, which, as we know, Kristen tries to focus on Australian made, which is fabulous. And we have the mini cheese bites. So these are 3 cheese, and we are always up for a bit of a platter. So they will go very nicely. Although I could probably eat them like chips. Not that I eat a lot of chips, but next up we have, now I did try and have a look for these, but I wasn't very successful. So it's margarita tea tonic, and what it is, it's got margarita, cosmopolitan and Dakari peach, so that's sort of 3 flavours around the sides there. And what it is, it's like a little tea bag. So I'm thinking, and I will find out once I've watched Kristen's video, I'm thinking that it must be like a flavoured bag for something like tonic water. So that sounds really refreshing. I don't normally have tonic water, but I've always got sparkling water. SodaStream Queen over here. So that should go really nicely. Okay, so we are on to the pamper product now, because there's always something to pamper yourself. And previously we've had products from More, but they've been the lip balm, and this here is a soap. Look at that little tin. So that soap is in a little tin. And I think it's called Bohemian. Yeah, Bohemian is the little name on there. So I'm assuming that that's the smell. And it does smell sweet. So I'm going to tip that out. There's the little soap. Lovely little hand soap. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it now because the lighting is different. You might be able to just make it out. There's a lyre on there. I'm pretty sure that's what that musical instrument is called. It's on the front of the box as well. A lyre. Now we've got a plane. Okay, next up we have our haberdashery item, and this, I've never seen these before, and I'm like, this is great. I really, really like this. In fact, last night I was faffing about, you know, when I was doing this, and I was finishing off the sleeves, so I'd sewn the top of the sleeve and it says to press them. While I was pressing them, I thought, oh, I really need to get a clapper, so you've got that really good like tailored finish specifically for knit fabrics, or sweaters particularly, and I thought, oh, I wonder, there's a specific one that I had seen that I liked. It almost looks like an old-fashioned iron. It's got like a handle, then you clapper on the bottom. So I thought I'll have a quick look and see if I can find them. And I did. And then I also found a wooden sleeve press. So it's like on a stand. I've got the sleeve ham, but I often find, particularly with whether the fabric is a bit grabby on the back of the, or on the ham itself, so the fabrics, the friction of the fabrics make it difficult to turn it due to the size of the sleeve, that sort of thing. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And I thought, oh, one of those would be really good because then you can turn nice and easily. And then I also saw while I was there, I have a couple of curved rulers, but I've seen another one or two that look a bit easier to use. Mine are quite big and I don't know, clumsy when I'm trying to, you know, redo a sleeve or something like that, and they have this particular store has a pack of them, and they've got the little ones in there. So I thought, oh, okay. So what I've done is I've actually made a little list of things that if someone asks what I might like for Christmas, I have a list with some things written down. I've even put like an active link to the shop that has them, just making it too easy, because otherwise when people ask me, I just go blank and can't think of anything and then say nothing, don't worry about it, when in fact, you know, I might have something simple that, yeah, that I would love and use. Anyway, all that to say that if I had known about these tools, I would have put one of those on there too. So this is a magnetic pin wand. I'm not sure that's what that says. Yep, magnetic pin wand. So I'm sure you can immediately work out what that means. So, you know, you can wave it on the floor or wherever you've spilt your pins and it'll pick them all up for you. And I can tell you it's pretty good because it lifts up that, no problems at all. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you. Whoever thought that would be a good idea, you were spot on right. Okay, we're down to the exciting bit. And I can tell you it's fabulous, absolutely wonderful. So first off, I have my Gutermann thread, and this is the Sewell thread, number 440 for those of us playing at home. And it's this absolutely beautiful, it's like a dark lavender. It's really, really nice. I'm really liking that lavender colour, purple, mauve, whatever we all want to call it. So yes, so that's a bit of a hint. And then our viscose crepe is this. How beautiful is that? Now I am sorry if the lighting isn't good. This morning when I was out here, it was nice and shady but still bright enough to film. And I wanted to film outside because it's a lovely day. So, mind you, there weren't any gardeners this morning when I was out. So there we go. Isn't that beautiful? That is absolutely lovely. Now, of course, I immediately think of a shirt dress because it just seems to be my go-to. And I'll tell you why. I'm not sure if I've ever really talked about it before. I'm sure we've all felt like this. I think the reason I love shirt dresses so much is because they're just so versatile. Whether it's you know, something nice and flowy and casual on a weekend, or something a little bit more formal, you know, with a defined waist and possibly a fuller skirt, but still, you know, buttoning up the front, right up to a coat dress, which I think looks absolutely stunning. I don't think I'll ever have the requirement to wear something like that. However, they are just so beautiful. So that's why most of the time my immediate default is a shirt dress. So now that I can sew my own clothes, because they're not always in fashion, you know, when you go along to buy something, you're not always finding something that you would like. You're sort of at the mercy of whatever the fashion is at the present time. So whether it's colours that don't suit you or styles that don't suit you, you know, you're really limited for choice. Whereas when you can sew your own clothes, well, the sky's the limit, isn't there? Now, I know that I have in the past tried on shirt dresses and been so disappointed because I just look like a bag of spuds tied in the middle, and you know, no one wants to look like that. Whereas now I can actually sew my own, so I know where the proportions should be. It's all systems a go. So I have a nice selection of shirt dresses, dress patterns now, and the one that I have made is the all-in easy fit shirt dress by Pattern Emporium. I made that in box fabric from Beyond the Pink Door, and I love that. It's on high rotation, you know, I wear that quite regularly. So yes, so this could be a shirt dress. So this is my bespoke box for the Midday Mimosa from the Dahlia Sewciety. Now, I actually received this on Wednesday. However, I knew that I also had another package coming from the Dahlia Sewciety, and it was in the mail. So that arrived. This arrived Wednesday, and then that arrived Thursday. So I've got some more for you. So let's put this aside. Okay, now if you watched Kristen's recent video, then you will have seen the fabric that I'm about to show you. Now I got some fabric and also some buttons. So first of all, there's the little thank you card from Kristen when you make an order, and she always puts in a little cuppa. So this is a herbal tea, and I'll enjoy this one. This is fennel, peppermint, lemon balm, chamomile and lavender, so that's going to be lovely. And then an Aussie favourite, the Tim Tam, so that'll make for a nice sweet treat. Now, what did I get? I got some buttons. So I got some Arrow Mountain buttons, and I got these for my Cobra Corsage fabric. Now we did get buttons with that, however I am hoping that I might be able to squeeze a Swim Style Patterns ritual dress out of that fabric. So it does call for just over 3 meters. However, I'm thinking, dependent on how long the dress is supposed to be and how long it may be on me, I should be able to make it so that it's below knee length and still fit within that 3 meters. Now, the buttons that we got with that fabric are gorgeous. I really love them. They're a really nice sparkly colour. However, it's a bit more than what I would put on for a work dress, and that's what I'm hoping that this will be. Nice transition, whether it's on the weekend to somewhere nice or where to work, to take me from autumn through winter and into the early part of spring. So light enough to be to layer, and also light enough once the weather warms up a little bit, before long sleeves are just not something you want to be wearing. So the buttons that I got, and I should have brought that fabric out. Oh, look, we've had the sun go over. The buttons that I got are Arrow Mountain diamond buttons. So they're absolutely gorgeous. They are a small button, but they are just so pretty. I thought they would be a nice little feature, and I've got 20 of them, so whether I do 2 and a space, 2 and a space, you know, make them their own little feature if you were to look. So very happy with those. I do have some other, I'm pretty sure they're Arrow Mountain buttons as well, the moon phase ones. I haven't used those yet. Now to the fabric that I got. Now I went into my wardrobe the other day and I wanted a neutral type of jacket to throw on, but I didn't really have one. So my fallback then is one of my denim jackets, but I wanted something different. So I happened to have watched again one of Kristen's, I think it was Fabric Friday or something like that, and she had shown us some absolutely beautiful Robert Kaufman Shetland flannel, and that's what I've got here. So I've bought 2.5 meters of the olive colourway, and what you can see in there is there's also like a blue and a coral pink, and there's also a green, so you can probably just see those. So it's lovely, absolutely beautiful quality, and I thought what I might make is a smitten jacket. So just a nice plain jacket that I can pop on with jeans over a dress, you know, something really nice. It'll be nice and cozy but still light. So that's what I've got in mind for this. So there we go. That's it. Now, if you haven't subscribed, then perhaps it's time you did, because I'll let you know that on the 9th of August 2023, this channel actually has its first anniversary, and what an anniversary gift that would be, to have 1,000 subscribers. I know I am super close. I think I'm 962 or something or other. So yeah, if you would like to jump on board the Hay Meadow, or come over to the Hay Meadow and gather round for a bit of a natter every so often, then hit that subscribe button. You don't even have to ring the bell, really. But yeah, I'd love you to be part of the fun. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.